Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then welcome. My name's Christina, and on my channel we talk all things beauty from my own experiences, so make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave any comments that you have for me down below. Huda Beauty just launched these brand new lip blushes. There are 5 new shades, and I purchased all of them so I could swatch them on my lips and my cheeks and help you guys decide if this is something you want to pick up. So let's go ahead, unbox these, talk about the specs, and get started with the swatches. Like I said, there are 5 shades and they retail for $25. I purchased mine at Sephora. You can get it in stores, online, and I believe Huda Beauty's website as well. They're supposed to be a hydrating, ultra comfortable, long-lasting, transfer-proof stain that tints the lips and cheeks with a natural matte finish. I already did a little swatch right here on the back of my hand to see if I would be able to do these on my cheeks without them staining too badly, but it looks like it's pretty staining. So what I think I'll be doing is swatching all of these on my lips, and then I'll do 1 or 2 shades on my cheeks just so you guys can see what they look like. But let's go ahead and swatch them on the back of the hand. So first is the one that I swatched earlier, and I'll do it right on top. This is the shade Berry Kiss. Next we'll go in with the shade Peachy Kiss, and let's do Apricot Kiss. Next is Rosy Kiss, and lastly we have the shade Coral Kiss. Based on these hand swatches alone, I can definitely see some similarities between Apricot Kiss, Coral Kiss, and Peachy Kiss. But they definitely might look different on the lips and the cheeks, and once they're kind of blended out, these are just like pretty heavy swatches because I want to see how the stain looks on the back of the hand as well, so I can show you guys that. Alright, just taking a tissue right here, I'm going to wipe away this stain so we can see together how staining this is. Alright, so I'll try to do this just all at once. Ooh, that's actually pretty clean. This is the stain that was left behind. These two definitely look very similar on the back of the hand, but we'll see what it looks like on the face and the lips. And I would say that this one and this one seem a little similar as well. They are very staining for sure. I think that this is pretty promising for a lip and cheek stain, and I'm not seeing any transfer on my hand. This right here was from earlier when I did a little dollop on the back of my hand and I blended it out. First we are going to go in with the lip swatches, and then I'm going to take off my blush and attempt to do some cheek swatches as well, but we'll see how that goes because I have a feeling that it's going to be very staining, so we may not be able to get clean cheek swatches in this video. I'm just wearing a lip oil, so I'm going to remove that. I think I'm going to go in with the shade Coral Kiss first. When I was swatching it on the back of my hand, it definitely felt really wet and very thin. So now let's go in on the lips. Oh, that's so thin. It is giving me straight up stain. This doe foot actually has this little hole right in the center, and it kind of just hugs that product in there. So I'm just using what's on the doe foot. Just rubbing my lips together to get the feel of them. Wow. Right away, it looks exactly like a stain. It doesn't look like any sort of oil to stain type of thing or lip color to stain. It just looks like a straight up stain whenever you put it on the lips. And I'm very impressed by how pigmented and how even the pigmentation is. The formula of this reminds me of the Benetint's, like all of the Benefit tints that they have. It feels very watery that way, but it does have a little bit more of a gel texture. And the way it looks on the lips, I would say is the same thinness as the Benetint's, but it has way better even coverage on me. Sometimes I find that those can skip and they don't give me even coverage all throughout the lips, but this one is looking very promising. So here is the lip blush in the shade Coral Kiss. It is not shiny at all. When you first apply it, it does dry down into a matte finish like it says it will. Oh, it looks really good. I didn't notice a scent. Let me smell it. Oh, it does have a scent. Very subtle sweet scent like candy. I don't really notice it very much. When you rub your lips together, it does have a very thin layer of hydration. However, overall, like as I'm talking with it on my lips, it does feel like just a traditional stain where it's the liquid that dries down onto the lips. Okay, so it's been on my lips for a couple of minutes, so let's do a little transfer test here. No transfer. No transfer there, as you can see. Yeah, nothing. Okay, awesome. That's a really good stain. I'm assuming I won't be able to wipe this off. Oh, a little bit came off right there. I gave it a good amount of pressure. That's from my hand. I think that's just excess product that's coming off. Yeah, that's staying. Okay, I'm gonna use my handy dandy Neutrogena eye makeup remover to try to remove this stain. Oh boy. Okay, it's coming off a little bit. I will tell you what, I'm glad there's only 5 shades that I need to swatch. Oh yeah, that's on there. How am I gonna swatch these? It's coming off. Like, I see it coming off, but I also still see it on my lips. I have this little tub of Vaseline. Let's try this. You guys always tell me this works wonders for you. Kind of. It kind of worked. Okay, I'm just gonna try to blot my lips out. I'm so sorry. We're not going to get the truest swatches out of these because it seems like they're going to stain my lips a lot. So I'm gonna try to remove as much as possible. I'm gonna go in with my concealer sponge and kind of try to blot that out. Okay, let's go in with the shade Peachy Kiss. I'm gonna try to do this quickly so it doesn't sit on my lips too long. Oh, I love that. What a fun orange. Oh, I love that. Okay, here's the shade Peachy Kiss. This looks like such a fun, kind of natural orange looking shade. It doesn't look too crazy on my skin tone. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off while it's still a little wet. Oh, and it definitely still stained. Okay, that is such a fun color. I think that's going to be a great shade to wear in the spring and summertime. And I love how it doesn't look like you're wearing a lip color. It just looks like a stain on the lip, so it looks more natural because it's not a thick lipstick or lip gloss. I'm busting out my cleansing oil and cleansing balm to see if they remove this better. Let's try the oil first. That worked pretty well. Still definitely have a stain there, but I will take it. Onwards we go. So I'm gonna do the shade Rosy Kiss. I feel like even though my lips are stained from the previous colors, the lip colors are doing a great job at kind of evening out the lips and giving us as true of a color as possible. So maybe we are getting the actual color of the lipsticks, or lip stains, sorry. This is so pretty too. Doing a little bit of a thicker layer here just in attempts to cover up that previous lip stain. So keep in mind, this is gonna be a heavy swatch of Rosy Kiss. That is so pretty. I really love this shade as well. It looks nothing like the outside packaging for me, and none of them so far have looked like the outside packaging. So definitely don't base your pick off of what the packaging looks like. That stain turned very, very pink on the inner corners right there. Definitely on the outer as well, but you can see how pink it is right there. I don't know how this is going to show up on top of this like bright pink stain, but we are going to try to put on Apricot Kiss. I feel like it is covering it pretty much entirely. Ooh, they don't taste good. They definitely taste like a lip stain, if you know what I mean. Here is Apricot Kiss. As of right now, it's looking a little bit orangey red to me. It definitely pools very orange, but it definitely has a little tint of red in there as well. Kind of painful, man. Lastly, let's go in with the shade Berry Kiss. And here's the shade Berry Kiss. Definitely looks a lot darker than the actual unit looks right here, as you can see. I feel like this one is going to be more of my event type of lip stain if I were to wear it. It's not dry yet, but I want to do a kiss test. Yeah, there's really nothing. Well, right here in the center, before it dried, it did transfer a little bit, but other than that, nothing. Wow, these are impressive. All right, just for science sake, so I want to know if the swatches that I did on my lips are true to the actual shade. So what I'm going to do is actually take one of these, let's do Apricot Kiss, and I'm going to put it on top of one of the other stains just to see if it still stays true to the color. I hope that makes sense. And I'm going to swatch it right here, right above this stain, which is, I believe, is that Rosy Kiss? It might be Rosy Kiss. So I'm going to swatch it right here. And I'm going to blend it out so it's more like a true lip swatch. So there it is on bare skin. I'm going to go back in and I'm going to swatch it on top of Rosy Kiss to see if it's similar or the same color as that top one. So for me, I would say that on top of Rosy Kiss, it definitely looks a little bit darker than it does on my bare hand right there. You can kind of see it when I pull my hand back. It definitely looks a lot darker, has a little bit more of that red tint to it. So that just goes to show me that the lip swatches are going to be a little off color. So just keep that in mind whenever you're deciding if you want to pick them up. They may end up looking a little lighter, or if you have more pigmented lips than I do, a little bit darker. So that is that. I hope that's helpful for you. I felt like in my head that made a lot more sense. Now I want to try it on my cheeks. And I'm just going to try to brush away my blush, and we're going to apply it on top of a face of makeup. So I already have powder on, I already have like my foundation concealer on. So we'll see how it does this way. And because I do have a full face of makeup on right now, I will be putting in the description box down below an update whenever I do use these lip and cheek blushes on a bare face, or at least on top of just foundation and concealer, not on top of powder. So for the sake of matching, we're gonna go in with the Berry Kiss to see what this looks like. Now, because it does seem like it's going to stain the most wherever I apply it, I'm going to actually take it onto a brush first versus putting it straight away onto the face, because I want to try to get even coverage with this versus having a stained dot. Just gonna take my doe foot, wipe a little excess off, and then I'm gonna take this e.l.f. applicator brush, get a good amount of even color there, and I'm gonna swipe it onto the skin. Ooh, she's pigmented. Just tapping the brush off a little. Okay, here is Rosy Kiss. I feel like you can kind of see the demarcation of where the blush stain starts and ends. I think that it dried down super quickly, so you're gonna have to work really fast with this. Let's do Peachy Kiss. With a wet sponge, I'm going to dab it in there, get it on my sponge. Whoa, that was a lot. And then blot it on. It may be because I have powder on, maybe my sponge is just picking up the powder, but it doesn't look like it's applying very much. So I'm going to do a little doot. It's picking up my makeup because I'm going in with the wet sponge. So let's do another. I have 2 of these e.l.f. applicators, so let's actually do the same thing that we did. And then if we need to, I'll blend a little bit with the sponge. Oh, I hope it didn't permanently stain my sponge. Okay, that's a lot better. Oh, that's a pretty color. Okay, a lot better. I would definitely recommend to go in with a brush. I'm sure that you can also blend it out with your fingers. Let's actually try that with my finger and see how that blends. Oh, I feel like it kind of just picks up right there. I don't know if I love that application. As you can see, it kind of like picked up the blush right there. So I would recommend doing a brush for sure. Now that I'm looking absolutely crazy, let's talk about my thoughts on this product. Okay, formulation of these products and the claims that they make. I most definitely 100% without a doubt think that they are transfer proof and they do stain. They are exactly what they say they are. They are a lip stain through and through. I feel like they are a very traditional lip stain, but as I'm sitting and talking and as I was kind of like wearing all of the shades, I do feel like there is a very, very light layer of hydration there. Not enough to be like, this is a super ultra hydrating type of lip product, you know. It definitely seems like a true stain to me. I love how even the coverage is. With a lot of stains, as you kind of swipe them on, they sort of lose pigmentation as you're blending them in some areas where they can create a little bit of patchiness and you can lose that pigmentation and it kind of shears itself out. This through and through, as I was swatching them, they seem to keep their pigmentation and they are also even in coverage to the point where they just look like a blurred lip stain. I will say these are some of the easiest lip stains I've ever worked with. I really like the ease of application with these. The way that the formula looks and feels as you're applying it makes it really easy to just glide it onto the lips. Then it dries down into this really diffused look right here. As we were going on and my lips were getting more and more stained, I told you guys that I was going to kind of build the color up so we could sort of get a more true color of the swatches. So I definitely think that they are buildable, and you saw at the very beginning how sheer it was and how much I was able to build it up along the way. So I definitely think that you can really work with these colors. If this is too vibrant for you, I'm sure that you could dot it on a little bit, maybe blend it out with your fingers, or just wipe the doe foot on the side of the unit and then get a little bit of product and just do like a wash of color. I really think that you'll be able to play with it and get a little bit of versatility with these. I will be updating in the description box down below how long this lasts. I'm gonna wear this shade Berry Kiss for the rest of the day. It is pretty late in the day, it's about 5 o'clock in the evening, but I want to just see how long this lasts throughout dinner and just regular wear, you know? So I will let you guys know. Check that out in the description box down below. But I have a hunch that this is gonna last on the lips for a long time because that was very difficult to remove from the lips. Usually my Neutrogena eye makeup remover does not fail me. However, I think that it might have failed me a little bit today. That's okay though. I think that it's just a testament to the staining power of these lip products. If you plan on wearing a shade, make sure you're ready to stick to that shade for the day because it's going to be really difficult to remove it and replace it with a different stain. If you are looking for a true to color and very true to stain type of product, yeah, I would definitely recommend these. I am super impressed by this formulation, by the feel, by the opacity of them. I think that they look great and I'm excited to see how they stain throughout the day. I think you can also top this with a gloss, which let's do that now. I'm curious to see what it looks like. I have this clear gloss from M Cosmetics and I didn't wipe my doe foot off earlier. It is stained a little bit, but let's go ahead and apply this on top. So pretty, and it just transforms that lip stain completely. A lot of versatility with these. You can wear it as a matte lip stain. You could put a gloss on top and not have to worry about the actual color transferring and moving around. Like, yeah, just the gloss came off right there. What you see online is what you're gonna get with these products, which I think is really great. All the claims that they have there, I think they ticked all of them. I wouldn't necessarily call this a hydrating product though. It is a hydrating stain because typically a more traditional stain isn't going to feel hydrating. If anything, it can veer towards feeling a little bit drying because that liquid does like dry and set into the lips and absorbs into the lips, and it can cause a little bit of that tight-lipped feeling, you know. But these, they don't give me that feeling, but I wouldn't say on its own it is a hydrating product. Overall, I'm very impressed by these. I apologize if I wasn't able to give you the best swatches in this. Let me know in the comments down below if you do plan on purchasing any of these shades after watching this video. I'd love to know which ones were your favorites, and if you enjoyed this video, you found it helpful, or both, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!